So, good evening, Shayan. Turn on your video. So, Shayan, how are you?
Good, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Shayan. Shayan, have you completed your homework?
No, ma'am. I did.
Why? Why not? Okay, still you have some 4 minutes. Complete it fast. Only two questions were there, right? Complete it fast. Hurry up. Shayan, start doing those questions, two questions as a homework now. Good evening, Ayonija.
Good evening, ma'am.
Ayonija, what about the homework?
Ma'am, done.
Show me the homework. Okay, the names of the processes you have written. Mention the date also. The date is not mentioned, right? So write the date. So whenever you're getting the homework, you just mention the date, and so it'll be like known when it was given. Okay, so till then, I think I should ask the questions from you. Abhinav, tell me, what do you understand by locomotion?
Locomotion, ma'am.
Yeah,
Locomotion is circulation of blood which carries oxygen and energy.
locomotion.
Locomotion, ma'am, like not movement, right? It's movement of
No, locomotion I'm asking about.
so yeah, like energy and nutrients.
So locomotion is basically the movement of the organism from one place to the other place. So when an organism move or take his or her body completely from one place to the other place, it is called as the locomotion. All right. Dripti, Shayan, turn on your video. Sudhamshu, turn on your video. Dripti, have you completed your homework?
Ma'am, can you remind me? Maybe I have done.
So two questions were given. Define the, I think, write the names of the life process and then growth, movement, and locomotion definition.
Yes, ma'am, I have written that.
Okay, show me that. Aryan, good evening. Turn on your video.
Ma'am,
evening, ma'am.
writing that copy.
Good evening, Abhigya. Turn on your video. Yes, Dripti?
Ma'am, let me go and get that.
Okay, fine. All right, get it, get it. Abhigya, have you completed the homework?
मैम मेरे को होमवर्क दिखा नहीं.
Homework I have sent you in the group there, in the under the work done, right? Two questions were there, and you will be getting the homework there. Daily, I'll be giving you whenever I have the class. I'll be giving you one or two questions there only. Okay. So next time, no same excuses, Abhigya. Okay. Aryan, turn on your video. Good evening, Sudhamshu.
Good evening, ma'am.
Sudhamshu, turn on your video. Aman, good evening. Turn on your video.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Turn on your video. Children, you should not turn off your video. All right. So you're going to enjoy in the class. I am not going to beat you from the class. I am not going to say anything, right? So why you want to turn off your video? And Aryan, I'm still like, this is the fourth reminder, Aryan, for you. Okay. So, Sudhamshu, can you tell me any two types of life processes? Any two names of life processes?
Growth
Hmm.
and
Stimulus.
Okay, growth and stimulus. Very good. Aman, I think you have missed the class last time, but have you seen the recording?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so do one thing like today, you just go through the recording as well. Okay, fine, for the Tuesday's recording.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So let us start now with a new topic. So last time in the last class, what we have done is we have discussed about the life processes, what they are. Then we have started with the types of life process: growth, stimulus, movement, respiration, then circulation, reproduction. These are what they are the type of the life processes which are important for the survival. Correct? Then we have started about the movement. So what is movement? When we are sitting at a place and when we are moving just a body part. So I have the pen in my hand, I am just writing something. So that is what is a kind of movement where I am not moving my whole body anywhere, I'm just moving a part of my body. Correct? If I talk about the locomotion, in the case of the locomotion, what happened? The whole body of an organism will be moved from one place to the other place. Correct? Now we will be discussing about the next other different parts of it or different types of the life processes. So I'll just revise a little about the last one. Okay, so we have started the chapter last life processes. We have discussed about the definition of it, that is the basic functions performed by living organisms to maintain life on earth. Different types we have discussed in the form of Mrs. Nudge. M stands for movement, S stands for the stimulus, R stands for respiration, N for the nutrition, E for the excretion, R again for the reproduction, G for the growth. So if I talk about all of these, out of these, everything is important except this reproduction. This reproduction is not the part of the life processes basically. So it is not very important for the organism. It is a part of it, but not very important part for the survival. So if a male or if a female, they are not reproducing. So it does not mean that they are not surviving on the earth, right? So
Good
this
evening, ma'am.
reproduction is not exactly, good evening, Shubhansh. So this reproduction is not exactly very important for the survival, but yes, definitely it is a part of our life. Now today we will be starting with the next term, which is called as the growth we have started last time. Now we will be starting with the next term, which is called as the metabolism. It's called as the metabolism. Now, in my body, what happens? We have, different kinds of the system as we have discussed. If I talk about the examples, like if I have in my system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are the reactions which are happening where? Which these are happening in my body. Fine. So these are the type of the reactions which are happening in my body. Now 1 to 10 reactions are happening in my body. And what is metabolism? The sum total of all these reactions. So when we add all these reactions together, what happens? It gives us the metabolism. So if we want to define the metabolism, then it is the sum total of all chemical reactions. So whatever chemical reactions are happening in our body, what they are called as? They are called as the metabolism. Fine. So I have in my body 10 reactions are happening. So when I add all those 10 reactions, it is known as the metabolism. Correct? Yes or no? Now again, a very simple example I'll give you. Like now we have a class 10. So we all are studying in the class 10th, right? I have Abhinav here, Abhigya is there, Shudamshu is there, Shayan is there, Ionija is there, Driti, Aryan, Aman, and Shubhansh. We all are there, including me. Now, how do we call this classes? As the class 10th, right? So it does not include only me. It includes you all also. So together, adding on everything, we say it as a class 10. Same way, in our body, what is happening? The reactions are happening. So all those reactions together is called as the metabolism. Am I clear? So whatever reactions are happening, they are called as the metabolism. Now, these metabolism are of two types. They are of two types. That is the anabolism and catabolism. So in the previous class, we have discussed about something about the build-up reaction and breakdown reaction, right? So, Shubhansh, what is build-up reaction?
Ma'am, build-up reaction.
What happens in the build-up reaction?
Particles. The substances in our body build up energy.
Build-up energy, or no, to be precise, you have to be more clear with that. Sudhamshu, can you answer what do you mean by build-up? What happens in the build-up case? What do you mean by build-up? In a normal term, Aman, any idea for the build-up? What do you mean by building up? Aryan, any idea what do you mean by build-up?
Ma'am, ma'am, it will progress, ma'am. Like its strength will I don't know much.
So it means you are not revising, children. Siddhi, do you know what you mean by build-up?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, Abhinav, build-up, breakdown.
Like accumulation and then emulsification or like breaking them down. Like
Okay, fine.
energy. Like
Fine. So if
example,
I
fat
have,
globules.
okay, so now if he is correct, almost correct. So if I have a pen, okay, what I'm doing is I have a different colors of pen. Fine. I have maybe this is white color. This I have the second one is what? The blue color. All these pens, what I'm doing, I'm joining. Maybe 2 to 3 pens I'm joining together. So here, when I join few molecules together, what do I get? I will be getting a larger molecule, correct? A smaller pen with a second pen with a third pen. So here pen are what? They are the molecules, okay? So when smaller molecules, they join together, what do? They form a complex molecule. Clear? So you have 3 pens or 4 pens together. When we join them, what do? They form a complex pen. So it will be like very tough to handle a big pen, right? So that is what is the anabolism or the build-up reaction is. Build-up means when the smaller molecules are joining together to form a complex molecule. Whereas in the case of the breakdown, what happens? I have the big pen. What I'm doing? I'm breaking them down into the smaller molecules. Fine. So that is what the breakdown. So I have the pen. I don't want that big pen. It is not working properly. I am not convenient with that. So what I'm doing? I'm breaking it down into the simple molecules. And here, what will be the simple molecule? The different pens will be the simple molecules here. Clear now what is the breakup and what is the build-up reaction? Yes,
Ma'am, could
Aryan,
you once
Siddhi.
again say build up, ma'am?
Build-up reaction is a kind of reaction where the simple molecules will join together to form the complex molecule. Aman, understood?
And
Yes.
ma'am, in breakdown, it is reverse, ma'am.
Vice versa. Correct. So in the breakdown, what happened? The complex molecule will be breaking down into the smaller molecules of it. So I'll write the same thing.
Now, what was the other kind of metabolism?
Yeah, I'm explaining those only now. So this was about the metabolism. Now coming to the types of it. Now the next one is what about the types of metabolism. So types of metabolism. So basically we have two types of metabolism. The first one is anabolism. Okay. The first one is what? Anabolism. The second one is catabolism. Two types of metabolism are there. The first one is anabolism and the second one is catabolism. So as I said, in the first one, what happened? It is a build-up reaction. It is what? It is a build-up reaction. Fine. Whereas the catabolism is what type of reaction?
Breakdown.
Breakdown.
Yes, it is a breakdown reaction. So anabolism is build-up reaction, whereas the catabolism is breakdown reaction. Now coming to the second point of is this anabolism is also called as constructive metabolism. So this anabolism is also called as constructive metabolism. So why is this why it is called as a constructive? Any idea?
Ma'am, because it builds up, no, ma'am. And in a
Correct. So
construction, everything like rises up, it builds up, no, ma'am.
correct. Very good. So what happens in the case of the constructive? Why we called as constructive? Because the smaller molecules they are joining and constructing the bigger molecule. So that is why it is known as constructive. And what will be the opposite of constructive?
Destructive.
Destructive.
Very good. So that is why the catabolism is also called as destructive metabolism. Clear? So it is also called as destructive metabolism. Now, coming to the third point of it, in the anabolism, what happened? So here the simple molecules will join to form what kind of molecule?
Complex molecules.
Very good. They join to form the complex molecules. The simplex molecule, not molecules, molecule it will be. Whereas in the case of the catabolism, what happens?
They break down to form simple. The complex molecules break down to form simpler molecules.
Very good. So in the case of the catabolism, the complex molecules will break down into simple molecules. Fine. What they will be doing? They will be breaking down into simple molecules. So here, if I talk about the example of anabolism, photosynthesis. So in the photosynthesis, what happens? The carbon dioxide will be joining with water, correct? So carbon dioxide and water both are what? They are the smaller molecules. And then they form the bigger molecule called as the glucose. Whereas in the case of the respiration, what happens? The bigger molecules will break down into the smaller molecules. Am I clear, children?
मैम एनाबॉलिज्म में ह्यूमन बॉडी के उसमें एग्जांपल क्या होगा?
Human body example, you can write about the assimilation. So during the process of assimilation, what happened? The different nutrients will be joining together to form the complex molecule. And that complex molecules will be used by the body.
Okay, ma'am.
So clear, children, with this?
Yes, ma'am.
So any doubt, Siddhi, Sudhamshu, Aman, Abhigya, Abhinav, Dhriti,
Ma'am,
Ionija?
No,
Yeah.
the example for catabolism was like any more examples.
So you're talking about the complex molecule breaking down into the simple. So emulsifying of fat, you have said, right? So that is what is happening in that case. So bigger molecules of the fat, they are breaking down into the smaller molecules of it. So that is also what the catabolism is. Sudhamshu, turn on your video. Clear, children? Okay, so now we will be going to the next one. So this was about the metabolism and the type of it. The next one, what we will be doing is about the movement we have done, locomotion we have done. Now, next one, we will be starting about the nutrition. which is I think from grade 6 onwards you are learning about that a lot. So tell me now, what is nutrition? I want proper definition of nutrition. Yes. Yes, Aryan.
It's not me.
Shayan, your voice is like breaking. Shayan, your voice is breaking.
Could you repeat the question?
My question is, what do you mean by nutrition? Shayan, no. Shayan, your voice is breaking. I think some network problem. Could you please write in the chat?
Ma'am, nutrition means fuel of our body.
Nutrition means fuel of our body.
No, ma'am,
Very
sorry,
short,
that's fats.
Aryan.
That's fats.
Okay. Any other answer? Aman, what do you mean by nutrition? Sudhamshu, what do you mean by nutrition?
Ma'am, like formation of energy by taking in abiotic or biotic materials for various life processes.
How you will be taking the abiotic material?
Like not as plants, like basic nutrition.
No,
Ma'am,
but we also take the nutrient.
when our body
Hmm.
consumes nutrients from the food we eat.
Okay, when the body consume the nutrients, what we eat. Okay, Shayan has written supply of essential inorganic organic compound of the body. Okay, that's great. Shayan, the answer is like more or less correct only. So supply of essential inorganic or organic compound to the body. But I'll make a little, in a simpler way. So since you are learning this from so many years, but answering to this question was very tough, right? Why so? Because we are never minding, we are never learning the simple thing. We think like only the complicated things are going to come in the exam. Correct? Correct, Shubhansh? Abhigya? Abhinav? Correct? So we never learn the simple thing because we know that board is not going to ask the simple thing. But here it is wrong. The board, every time they ask you about the definition of nutrition. So make sure that you should know the definition of nutrition. I'll tell you the easy definition. So it is a process in which the organism, what do they do? They takes in the food. So whatever the food is available, they will be taking inside the body and utilizing it. Fine. Taking into the body and then not using is no use, right? So it is a process in which an organism, what do? They take the food into the body and uses it. For what reason they will be using it?
To form energy, to utilize
Very
energy.
good.
To
To get
develop.
energy, actually. Very good, Abhigya. To develop for the growth and development. So, for getting the energy, for the growth, for the development, and to repair. So, what happens in our body? We have so many, so many cells which are damaged. So, as to repair all those, we are taking the nutrients in the form of, or by the process of nutrition. Clear? So nutrition is the process in which what we will be doing, we will be taking the food into the body and our body will be using it to get the energy for the growth and development and for repairing the damaged cells. So whatever the cells are being damaged in our body, they will be repaired by that. Clear? Children, thumbs up. Fine, Aryan. Aryan, why your video is off? Aryan, you should not turn off the video, Aryan. Okay. So that is what the nutrition is. Now I'll be, how many of you like seeing the videos? Is there anyone who don't like to see the videos?
Everyone likes to watch videos.
Everyone likes to watch videos. Okay. So now I'll be showing you a video.
Ma'am,
Fine.
out
So,
of 100%, 0% likes not don't like watching.
I don't like actually. So I'm in that category. Okay, never mind. But I'll be showing to you all, including me. I'll also be seeing that video. So it's all about the nutrition and the types of it. You have to listen to that video carefully because After that, after watching the video, you will be telling me about the different modes of nutrition. What are the different modes of nutrition? After watching the video, you will be telling me one by one. Fine, what are the different modes of it? So shall I play the video now? So I don't want any one of you to write anything right now. You just sit and watch the video. I hope the screen is visible, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Just give me a minute, children. Just give me a minute. Good evening, Zoha.
Good evening.
Zoha, I'll just revise what we have done. I'll just tell you what we have done till now. So, yes, I think in the Tuesday's class you were present. After
Yes,
this, today we have started with the topic which is called as the metabolism. Right? So, metabolism we have started. Two different types of metabolism are there: anabolism and catabolism. So when we talk about metabolism, it means whatever the reaction is happening in our body. So maybe I have so many, reactions happening in my body, like reaction 1, reaction 2, reaction 3, reaction 4, reaction 5. So different reaction happens in my body. So all together, whatever reactions happen, they are called as what? They are called as the metabolism. Fine. Two types are there for them. Two types of metabolism are there. Anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism means build-up reaction. So when smaller molecules they join together to form the complex molecule, they are called as anabolism reaction. Whereas catabolism is opposite. So when the complex molecule break down into simple molecule, they are called as the catabolism. So anabolism is known as constructive since smaller molecules join there, and the catabolism is known as destructive because the molecules break down in this case. So that is what the anabolism and catabolism. Okay, Zoha? Now we will be starting a video. It's about the mode of nutrition. You all should listen to the video carefully because after this, you will be answering to my questions.
So in this session, let's try grouping
Is it audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
organisms
Okay.
according to their food preference, thus deriving the mode or manner in which all living organisms acquire nutrition. We have all seen molds that grow on a piece of stale bread, right? And because of this, we know that rotten and decaying plant and animal matter is a site for fungal growth, as that fungus is getting its nutrition from the decaying and rotten matter. And this way of acquiring nutrition from dead, decaying matter is called as the saprotrophic mode
Very,
of
very important now. This is one of the mode of nutrition. So in this mode of nutrition, which is called a saprotrophic mode of nutrition, what happens? The organism, they will be obtaining the nutrition from decaying matter. So whatever the animals are there, from them, they will be sitting on them and they will be eating them. They will be feeding on them.
nutrition. Hence, it's not advisable to consume stale food or food after their expiry.
That is why you might have seen when we get the bread from the market, usually we have to see the expiry date, right? So and before the expiry date, we have to eat it. So if we do not eat them, what happen after the expiry date? The fungus will start growing on them. So it will be harmful for us. That is why whatever things we get, the eatable things, we will be making sure that it has to be eaten before the expiring date.
date, because indirectly it leads to consumption of harmful microorganisms, causing ill effects to your health. Let's move on to the next type of organism and see what exactly they feed on. We have all seen a parasite at some point of time. Now, parasites
I hope like you have not seen actually the leech, but you know about the leech, right? So what kind of the organism they are?
Parasite.
What kind of they are the parasite? Very good. And what are parasites?
Ma'am, they take nutrition from the host.
Okay, so they will be taking the nutrition from the host. Am I the parasite or you are the parasite?
We are the parasite.
So you all are what? You all are the parasite, and I'm whom? I am the.
The host.
What do I give you?
Your knowledge or nutrition.
Correct, correct. So in the form of the knowledge, I give away the nutrition to you. And what do? You will be taking up that knowledge or you will be taking up that nutrition for your betterment, right? So you all are the parasites, and I'm only one host here present, right? Available, right? So that is what the parasites and the host relationship. And so parasite can survive without the host. Can they live without the host?
No.
No,
No.
right? They cannot. They need actually an organism to survive. Okay, could you give me one example in our body? We have the parasite and the host relationship somewhere. Maybe
Ma'am,
everybody does not have.
mosquito.
Mosquito, okay. Fine. Mosquito, basically, what they will be doing?
They will be
They are,
taking a blood.
okay, fine. Malaria, and they will be causing the malaria, right? Okay, basically, that is what from the protozoan they will be getting. But I'm talking about the parasites here. So, you might have you might have heard the word, the lice, Lice. Have you ever heard the word lice?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, Siddhi is saying yes. Zoha is saying yes. Is there anyone like who is not aware about the lice? In Hindi, it is called as Jew. I think we don't have, right? Anyone does not have those. Correct. So those are what they are doing. They are sitting in our head. On our head, they are sitting basically, and they are taking continuously, they're sucking the blood. And that is why you might have seen that if we try to, kill them, or we try to, punish them, what happens? So much of blood will be coming out of their body. It is because of our head. They are sucking continuously our blood, and then they are getting fatter and fatter and fatty and fatty. Correct. So that is what actually the parasite and the host relation is. So in both the case now, who is getting benefit? Our head is getting benefit or the lice is getting the benefit?
Lice.
Lice.
The lice is getting the benefit because they are getting the nutrition. Whereas in the head case, what is happening? They are not getting any benefit. Instead of that, they are getting the harm. Because from their body, what is happening? The amount of the blood is decreasing. At the same time, the itching problem will be there. The other problem of the hair related will be there. Right? So always in the case of the parasites and hosts, the parasites will be getting the benefit and hosts will not be getting any benefit. They will be getting harm. But yes, as a teacher and as a student, as a teacher, I am getting benefit. It's not like I am getting any harm and all. So I am also in the case of the benefit. Okay, so we'll go on now, continuing with the video.
Parasites are organisms that live on the body surface or inside the body of another type of organism. For example, a leech is an organism that receives its nutrition by sucking the blood of another organism, while a roundworm lives inside the body of a human and receives nutrition from the human system by feeding on undigested food from our intestine. But please don't get worried. They are harmful only if they increase in number. Now, this way of acquiring nutrition from another living organism without actually killing the host is called as the parasitic mode
So
of
this is the second type
nutrition.
of the nutrition, which is called as the parasitic. So in this case, they will be obtaining the nutrition from the other living organism.
Let's move ahead and see how some higher forms of animals acquire their nutrition. Let's group them according to their food preference. Lions, tigers, cheetah, fox are all
So
flesh-eating
what the
animals.
flesh-eating animals are called as?
Carnivores.
Very good. So they are called as the carnivore. So three major categories are there: herbivores, carnivores, and the
Omnivores.
and the
Omnivores.
omnivores. Zoha, could you tell me what do you mean by omnivores?
Ma'am, animals that eat both plants and other animals' flesh.
Very good. Okay, great. So Shayan, Shudamshu, turn on your video. Aryan, turn on your video. Correct. Zoha, you are correct. Okay. Aman, could you tell me what do you mean by herbivores?
Ma'am, the herbivores eat plants.
Okay. So they are those organisms. What they do, they will be eating the plants. Fine. Okay. Dhriti, carnivores.
Ma'am, those organisms which only eat the flesh of other animals.
Okay. So they will be eating the flesh of the other animals. Okay. So saprotrophic, parasitic, these are the two different modes. And apart from that, these three names, herbivore, carnivore, and omnivores are there. Is there anything, any other modes of nutrition do we have?
Autotrophic,
Very good. The autotrophic mode of nutrition. Apart from the autotrophic, any other mode of nutrition?
heterotrophic,
Heterotrophic.
Okay, heterotrophic. So autotrophic, heterotrophic, and then we have the parasitic, saprotrophic, and the other one. So what I'll do,
Does symbiotic count?
symbiotic will not be coming because it's the kind of the relationship between the two organisms, correct? So it will not be coming as in this form of the mode of nutrition. So what I'll do, I'll make a flow chart for you to understand and to learn it for the exam purpose. So by that flow chart, it will be easy for you. Okay. So modes of nutrition. Modes of nutrition. Now, for the proper learning of it, two different modes are there: autotrophic nutrition and the what? Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Fine. So autotrophic and the heterotrophic nutrition. Whereas this heterotrophic is now further divided into three different categories. What are those? Saprophytic. What is the second one?
Parasitic.
Yes. Second one is parasitic. And what is the third one? It is known
Om-
as the holozoic. Fine. This holozoic we are going to learn in a very detailed way. So heterotrophic nutrition is divided into three: saprotrophic nutrition, the parasitic nutrition, and the holozoic nutrition. Now, this holozoic nutrition is again divided into three. What are those? What are those three names? Which are the herbivores,
Carnivore and omnivore.
carnivores, and the omnivores. Clear? So these are the three different names or three different types of the holozoic: carnivores, herbivores, and the omnivores. So this is the flow chart for the modes of nutrition. Two major types are there: autotrophic and heterotrophic. The heterotrophic is further divided into three types: saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic nutrition. And this holozoic nutrition is again divided into three types: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. All right. Now, the homework for today is, what you need to do is, I have made the flow chart. You all are writing it. Now, one by one, you will be explaining in the flow chart itself the definition of it. For example, you have written the autotrophic nutrition there, and you will be writing the definition of it at the down of it. Same way for heterotrophic, you will be writing the definition here, the saprotrophic definition here, the parasitic definition there. So like this, a complete flow chart with the definition, you should write it as a homework. Fine? I hope I'm clear, children, with the homework. What do you need to do?
Ma'am, this whole flowchart.
Yes, the whole flow chart you need to make it, and then under each and every name of the nutrition, you should write the definition of it. Understood, Aryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want me to share the screen again?
Yes, ma'am. Once
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
writing.
Okay. I'll just share the screen again. So here we have. Done, children?
Yes.
So what you need to do is after the Thursday's class, like today's Thursday, right? After every Thursday class, you will be sharing your class note as well as the homework on this given number. I hope you have got my number there, right? So whatever we did on Tuesday and Thursday, the class notes as well as the homework of both the classes, you need to share the PDF on this number. Fine? So you
Ma'am,
can
which
take
homework,
today's time,
today's and
the Tuesday's homework. So whatever
okay.
the homework was given on Tuesday and today, both the homework you should share as well as the notes, the class notes, whatever you are writing in the class, that also has to be shared by tomorrow. Fine. So every week you will be doing the same thing, that Tuesdays and Thursdays work, you will be sharing it on when? On the Saturday. All right. The homework as well as the class notes.
And tomorrow is Friday, so can we submit day after tomorrow?
Yeah, Saturday you can submit, no problem. So you can take
Ma'am,
time,
once
but
again, could you
Saturday
say what
means
was
Saturday.
Tuesday's homework?
Tuesday was to define the to write the types of life processes.
Okay.
And then second question was to define growth, movement, and locomotion. And children, the
Okay.
homework actually we are sending you in the work done. When you open your WhatsApp, after the class, we are sending a message in the form of work done, right? So there you will be finding the homework question. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what we have done today, we have discussed about the metabolism, types of metabolism, as well as the nutrition. So this was the basic idea about the flow chart of the nutrition, which is again a very important for your board exam. So make sure that you complete the homework. If the classwork notes are not done, you have to complete it, okay? And then by Saturday, you have to send it in anyhow. All right, Ionija, Shubhansh, Damshu, Dripti, your videos, why it is turned off? Okay. I hope I'm clear that you need to send all the things on Saturday. Okay, children. Then we'll meet you on Tuesday now. And all the very best for your Sunday's exam. And children, try doing the test on Saturday itself. So Saturday, 5 p.m. You will be able to see the paper under the assessment. I hope you know how to get it, right? So when you open the WISE app, there will be a tab called as assessment. Click on the assessment. The paper will be there. Write the answers on the copy, whatever you have made. Make a PDF and then send the answer sheet to us, or like upload there itself. We will be able to see that. And if in case you have any doubt, just message me personally. I'll help you out for that.
Okay.
Okay, children then. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye. Thank you.